the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got Marshawn Lattimore. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Saints and the Vikings coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they can get it.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
First play, here's Cousins. His throw incomplete. So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrapped up down in Mexico City, November 21st. Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca. On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken at around the 40. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now here come the Saints about to begin their first possession. And the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston.
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up. And we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore him.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Even in a down year statistically, Juice Landry still produced over 50 catches to lead Cleveland in his final season there. A milestone awaits Landry, though, this season. He's almost a lock to jump into the top 50 all-time for receptions. One of those goes for a 1st down this time.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 15 carries, 62 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Winston. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
Around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. No partner guaranteed. They approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, we did, in fact, get our first points of the game on the field goal attempt. Just, maybe not the way that we expected with a return the other direction.
And right now, it's popping into my brain. That adage every coach says to us, if you block a kick and score off of it, 95% of the time, your team wins the game. I can't quantify the numbers, but it certainly seems to work out that way.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown, that field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Winston. Downfield throw tip, but he still got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Off the play fake, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Again, it's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 70. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Oh, this is blocked. The Vikings have got it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Vikings at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Vikings are able to strike for 6. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Joseph on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Two fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Cine. But why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Running off tackle with Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Winston. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down, Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Winston now. And that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on. He's done a really nice job.
He's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins right back to Cook for another completion. The Vikings going to...
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35 by the offense. Halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Joseph now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the second half. How about all referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On second down, Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they run.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score, put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And the Saints now with a 1st and 10. Come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Winston. This is caught. It's Hardy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. There, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st and 10, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down. 16. Kamara up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd down and goal. Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deontay Hardy. 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. And now out comes Minnesota. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Welcome back now here in London. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins.
That's complete to Smith-Marsette.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Now Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when it gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Chaz Surratt
coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. A give to Cook out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Cousins on 3rd and 2.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, and a tight one-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Cousins now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
You're exactly right, and when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Cook following the penalty. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run it again. 20 after a gain of just 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Up the middle, it's Cook. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Joseph is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Take it in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Winston readies the offense. Down by 2. 1:07 remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Eluding the, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pass complete, Thomas. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Flushed out right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. One last shot now for Winston. It's complete. Kamara. He's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield.
That was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Vikings, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.